I'm Delta Work, and this is Very Delta. Keith Edwards is on the show today, and we talk about Sizzler, gay burritos, and being in bed with Joe Biden. But first, do you want to see me go off? Because I think you want to see me go off.
Oh.
Mom!
Are you a lady like me? Introspective, beautiful. Oh, are you intellectual like me? Beguiled by a bargain? You like wild times? Oh, like me? Are you serving the community like me? Well, if you are, then you must be very Delta. Today's guest is a democracy enjoyer who breaks down U.S. politics one video at a time. It's the one and only Keith Edwards.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm really good. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. You got the note for our date that we were going to do sort of a matching, coordinating look.
Yeah,
Right?
I think it looks good. I actually really like that print. It's very
you.
pretty. It's very
Thank
pretty.
you.
You're welcome.
Do you eat at Mexican restaurants often?
Does Chipotle count?
It doesn't.
Okay.
But
Because that yes.
well, what's your order at Chipotle? What are you gonna get?
I usually do a burrito, which is not very gay of me.
Yeah, but it kind of depending upon how you eat the burrito, it's very gay.
Yeah.
Because do you do a two-handed burrito?
You better believe it.
If you're, that's what I'm
You better
talking
believe
about.
it.
I could see you with two hands.
Can you?
Yes. Do you have big hands? Show me.
I don't think I do.
Yeah, I just have long nails.
I got my nails done for you.
They look really beautiful.
Do they look good? They did
look
a
very
good job.
healthy.
They
Yeah.
did a good job. Yeah.
Do you ever get a pedicure?
All the time. I think more men do or should.
I think you're right.
Like there's so many men show their nasty feet.
Yeah.
And I think feet can be nice.
Yeah. I don't have a foot fetish, but I do think they should be treated as well as your hands. I mean, I'm not turned off by them.
I can be turned off by them.
Yeah.
But I think feet are fine.
I think maybe we're the same, where it's like their feet.
Their feet.
Their
there
hands,
they are.
There's elbows.
There they are.
Yeah.
But make them look nice. If
Yeah.
you're going to present them.
I mean, if they're gross, they're
If they're-
gross.
yeah.
But people could have gross ears.
But why do men think it's like feminine to get your feet cared for? You know?
There's a deeper question there. We talk about it sometimes. There are men that think parts of bathing is somehow homosexual.
Really? Like
Yes.
what?
They will not let water touch parts of their body.
What?
They're dead ass serious.
Where? Where do they, like the normal places?
The normal place,
Like the places you'd want the water to be?
your no places.
So they don't do a bidet.
No,
Oh
they
my
won't do
God.
any of
Do you have
that.
a bidet?
I don't. We do have a bidet. Do you have a squatty potty?
I don't know what that is.
So a squatty potty will help you push out everything that's inside of you by elevating your feet. So if you don't have one,
Oh,
you can get a pair.
I don't think that works. Is that a real?
It can. It really can.
I-
Just depends on what's inside your system and how much like fiber you do. Also, if you don't have one, you can wear a pair of high heels
Oh.
because it pushes you up a little bit.
You know, I wanted to tell you this. I've never worn high heels. Ever.
Never, not even as a little kid.
Never.
Really?
Why is that?
I mean, I think we're all gay differently.
Are they powerful? Do you feel powerful in high heels?
You can. I mean, it does complete your look. So like if you're walking around, and I'm somebody who's lazy, like if I do like a live show or something and I know I have to go from like hotel to Uber, and I have to do everything, I will wear flat shoes. Like I will wear a pantsuit or something with flat shoes because I know I need to move a lot. And also if I'm in the middle of nowhere and I have to start kicking rocks because somebody's coming after me, I'm not gonna be able to do that in pumps. I just won't. So, but if I'm dedicated to like being somewhere, I'm doing a show, I have a dressing room, that's different.
Do you feel like it changes your personality?
I think it brings out more.
It brings out.
Yeah, I think it does. It exacerbates. Do you exacerbate?
All the time.
Well, I mean, you do one video a day.
I do 3 to 4.
What do you mean?
3
How?
to 4.
How is that possible?
Well, there's a lot to talk about.
What are you
Well, think
talking
about, like,
right now?
An hour-long show.
Right.
hour-long show. So I just split it up.
Yeah, but we're not doing an hour-long show every day. We're doing an hour-long show once a week.
Sure, but
You're doing that every day.
Yeah, but CNN does their hour-long show once a day. So it's kind of like...
They have like 9 million people
I
helping
know.
produce something.
I know.
Are there 9 million people producing what you do? See?
No.
And you make sense. I sit here and I exacerbate, sometimes masturbate. Nobody can see what happens underneath the desk. I interpolate.
Interpolate.
Confiscate. Obfuscate.
I love to obfuscate.
But I don't make sense. You make sense. How does that happen? How are you able to stay on top of that?
I think it's a sickness, honestly. It's a bit of a sickness. But it works. It works. It's kind of like Superman, you know? Like Superman, there's like a mutation in that, I think, and that's how we get... I think there's a bit of that, honestly.
Wait, have you ever dressed up as Superman?
No, I've done Star Trek.
Never Superman, never high heels.
I've never done drag. I kind of think drag's like heroin.
Mm.
You do it once, it's kind of over. You're doing it all the time.
I mean, that could be for some people.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some people that could be the case.
I would like to try it once.
Well, I think you should. I think it's like a sort of a I mean, I hate to exclude anyone, but for my whole life we've always said that it's like a gay rite of passage, but I mean, I don't mean to say that only gay people can do it, because plenty of people that identify more than just gay are doing it and doing it well.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a rite of passage, I think, for anyone to be able to just do it, have fun, maybe go, this is not fun at all. Because I know, and we both know, there's so many levels and types of queerness. And I think we live in a really great place right now where people are able to explore that without explanation, without saying, am I qualified enough? Am I doing it enough? You know? Wait, what would your drag name be? Politic.
Politic?
Politic.
I was like Anita.
You can't do Anita. There's way too many Anitas.
Really?
There's like Anita. There's some that are like legendary.
that's
Like Anita Treadmill is a legendary queen from Palm
Okay.
Springs. But there's also like Anita Buffet, Anita Fix, Anita Diamond, Anita Charity.
I had to name myself once because I worked at a salon, and there was already a Keith. So
you had to change your name?
I had to change my name. What did you think I'd pick?
Is it K?
No.
It wasn't Jake?
No. It was so not near. You're not
It was nothing near the Dimitri.
Elijah.
Oh, I like that. I could see you as an Elijah.
People really thought my name was Elijah,
Uh-huh.
and they were like, it was like they were meeting me for the first time when I told them my name was Keith.
I could see you with many biblical names because you.
I love a biblical
I
name.
do too.
I do.
I do.
They're
too.
beautiful.
I'm Gabriel.
Gabriel?
Mhm,
Oh,
that's
that's
my birthday.
good. That's very pretty.
Yeah, I love a biblical name.
Me too.
Elijah. Who else could you be? Matthew.
Matthew?
Matthew's nice.
Matthew?
Could you be Ezekiel and everyone call you Zeke?
Ezekiel?
It seems very Amish.
Ezekiel.
It's giving Amish.
Ezekiel Edwards. Maybe.
I like it.
Maybe.
Zeke Edwards.
Zeke.
Do you ever think, because I think about this all the time, everyone calls Deborah Debbie, but nobody calls her Bra.
Bra?
Like, hey, bruh. Like, no one says that. And I think it's fun. I have a cousin named Deborah, and everyone
Bra?
just calls her Deb. But she's like, hey, what's up, bruh?
Bra. Do you say bro?
I do not.
I say bro all the time.
Well, I think
Bro.
maybe your foot is a little bit over there in that millennial side. So
Oh,
Yeah.
true. Are you Gen X?
I am.
Gen
Yeah.
X. Okay.
No, but you know what some people say? Hey, boss.
Oh, no.
Hey, boss.
Don't do that to me.
You don't like
I
that?
don't like
I
that.
don't like it either, really.
That makes me flaccid. I don't
It
like that.
does.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, boss. Ugh.
But what if it was like this? What if it was like this? Hey, boss. Is that different? Would you feel
No,
flaccid?
I don't like that. Don't do that.
You would
To anyone. Don't do that.
you would feel flaccid.
Yeah, flaccid. Like
Wow.
my dick would fall off, actually.
It would not.
Yes, it would. It
It
would.
wouldn't fall
It would
off.
shrivel off.
What would keep it there,
Mm.
sir, ma'am, Miss Lady, Miss Lady
Mm.
K? Hey, Miss Lady K. Hey, Miss Lady K.
Hey, Miss Lady K.
Hey, Miss Lady K. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Do you say girl?
I do say girl.
But
I
how do
say
you
it less
girl?
now. I say girl. I say girl to my gay friends. Is that okay?
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know. I don't know what the rules are anymore. But I do that.
That's the problem.
I don't know what the rules are
there
anymore.
are rules, and I'm not trying to like hurt anyone, but like
everyone just needs to just come on. We're all trying to do our
because I
best.
don't know unless
We're all
I've
trying
met
to do our
someone.
best.
Yeah, especially when I look back at stuff and I hear language that we used once upon a time, and I go, we were doing the best with the language we had.
Yeah.
And maybe it was exclusive, and we want it to be more inclusive, and I get that, but like, I can't apologize for not knowing back then or not doing if everything was if in the zeitgeist everything seemed like that's what we were supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I feel like I just try to back away from slang because because I feel like the T word used to be okay at one point.
Right.
But like the slang has definitely changed.
Right.
From what was acceptable then versus now. And I get that. But my thing is I totally respect that. I don't understand people who don't respect it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if someone's like, don't do that, that doesn't feel good. I'm like, okay.
That's really all I need.
Like just tell me that.
That's really all I need.
Yeah. But like people that because there are people on the right who say the T word knowing that they don't like that word.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't get that. Like that's just like being an asshole.
Right.
Like do you think makes you look big?
Right.
Makes you look like a small prick. Just
Right.
be nice.
Flaccid.
That's a flaccid way of acting.
Yeah. Let's take a break. Hunger strikes and you're exhausted. There's something healthy in your fridge or pantry that you should be making, but you just don't have it in you. For me, eating healthy isn't a willpower problem, it's a setup problem. Until I found Factor. Factor helps me with my setup problem by delivering fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs right to my door that go directly into my refrigerator. With Factor, I'm hitting my nutrition goals this season without grocery runs, planning, or cooking. I love that Factor meals only take a few minutes to heat up in the microwave and they're ready to go. You know I'm a woman who loves convenience, and Factor has me covered. Factor meals are fresh, never frozen, and they have over 100 rotating weekly meals. Their menu includes globally inspired flavors like Mediterranean and Asian, so there's always something new to look forward to every week. My current favorite meal is the Monterey Jack Burger and barbecue sauce with mushrooms, onions, and zucchini. It's hitting perfect for a spring dinner outside in the garden. I put on some music, enjoy the views, and savor the taste of Factor, and let me tell you, the Monterey Jack Burger is very Delta. I love Factor, and I know you will too. Head to factormeals.com/verydelta50off and use code verydelta50off to get 50% off and free daily greens per box with new subscription only while supplies last until September 27th, 2026. See website for more details. We are back with Keith Edwards. We obviously fry the small fish here.
Yes.
Are there any small fish, any problems happening? Well, there's plenty of problems that you address, but maybe first world problems.
I don't know if this is a first world problem.
Okay.
But can we just talk about AI?
Please.
AI.
Please help me understand.
I don't know what's real anymore. I don't know what's real. Like, I think there's a larger issue of AI of like, why do we have these tools where you can just create pictures of Hillary Clinton doing a selfie? Like, why can I do that? Like, why am I allowed to do that? But separately, when I see a hot guy on Instagram now, I'm like, is that person real?
Right.
Is that a real person? When I'm on Spotify, I keep getting duped by AI music. They're not real people.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about with that, with the music.
I'm sick of it. Everything's fake.
I remember last summer, my friends we would do these, what we call it like family dinner, and we would all get together at the house by the beach, and everybody would like bring something and maybe celebrate that month's birthdays or whatever. Somebody had this app where they were like, oh, watch, I can make a song for you.
Yeah.
And then they would just go in and say like, make a country song about Delta and her love for ranch dressing. And then it would sound so legitimate. And I'm like, how did you do that? And then I realized, oh, that's interesting. And I'm like, wait a minute, what's the ramifications of this? Like, this is kind of spooky. And then you realize It's not only an ethical problem, it is a financial problem. It is a political problem. It is a natural resources problem. And I didn't know that initially. At first, I thought this is enough of a problem that it's an ethical thing where you're stealing from real writers, real artists, real illustrators, real producers. But it's fucking insane because, like you said, it's to the point where you do not know if it's real or not. And I think those people who don't look into whether or not it's real are willing to believe it. And there's enough of them to go, oh, yeah, Hillary Clinton was taking a selfie, so we can't trust her. This is happening. We can't trust them.
I did a carousel to make this point of like me with like Barack Obama, me with AOC, me with Joe Biden in my bed. And everyone thought it was real because I've met all these individuals.
Right.
But none of it was real.
Right.
And that's, I think, a big problem. But more so, I'm just worried about the thoughts. Like what about like the thought economy?
Right.
Where it's all about likes. And now I'm like, I literally have to like investigate when I see like a hot guy come across either on Threads or Instagram. I'm like, I don't know if this is a real hot guy or not. And I see people that I know falling for it.
Yeah.
It's very sad. It's very sad, but also it's just annoying.
Right.
It's annoying. Why can't we just turn it off?
Right.
Like when I'm listening to Spotify music now, because, you know, like part of it is like it just goes on. It just keeps going on. You know, your playlist starts and they keep playing music that's recommended. Some of that music is fake. It's not real. It's not by a real person. And I can't turn it off.
Yeah.
I want to turn it off.
You can't.
We can't.
It's so mixed into everything now. I don't think we could ever like go in with a colander and drain out the parts that we don't want anymore. It's just part of it now.
And I do really worry about artists, you know, and I worry about the thoughts.
Yeah.
With their like shirtless selfies. They just.
Well, thoughties and hotties.
Thoughties and hotties.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you like thoughties more than hotties?
I like both.
Well, who is the hot AI guy? Like who is the one that you're like, let me take a look at this because maybe this could be real. What would pique your interest?
It's one of those things. It's like when you see it, you know it. I don't really think I have a type. It's kind of probably like I'm probably like taking the easy way out, but that happens to be true.
But you know what? You say the easy way out, and I feel like there kind of isn't really an easy way out because I think we all are sort of in a place where whether it's not even just creators. It's not even just creators. It's not just celebrities. It's everybody is in a place where we have to be held responsible as, do you know enough about the law? Do you know enough about art? Do you know enough as an educator? And when you make a movement through life, whether it's on Instagram or even here when we film the show, there's people that will go, you had me in 179 episodes, but once I got to this episode and realized that you showcased this person, and I heard they were on a podcast and they said this 3 years ago, how dare you have betrayed me? And it's like, I would be dead honest with you. I have not listened to every single person that I've had the chance to talk with and everything that they've said in their life. And if you think that I'm fooling you into believing that, I'm telling you the truth. Not only am I too lazy to do it, I am too honest to lie to you and tell you I know. So when we think of all the things that are going on, when people go, well, what's your stance on Palestine? What's your stance on this? My stance is that I don't want people dying. I do not want people murdered. I do not want these things to happen. But then when they go, well, what about the trade agreement from this and this and this that happened 30 years ago? How come you weren't following that? I don't know. I was 8 years old. Like, I don't know. Like, I've never dedicated my life to politics. So all I know is what I can consume and what I'm being fed. I can know that I want the least amount of harm to the least amount of people. Now, my job is to not lay out those laws for people and enact those laws. My job, I believe, is to question authority and to not be a fan of any political figure, but be a supporter of their ideas.
Yes. Like the stanification
right.
of politicians.
Right.
Not good.
No.
Not good.
No.
Like, you're not my friend. Like,
No.
this is one of the reasons I don't really like to interview politicians. I don't want to get to know you. I want to be able to judge you from afar.
Right.
You know, I think that's part of like I know some people want to like be in the mix. I want to be outside the mix,
Mhm.
looking in with
Right.
everyone else. I think what you said, though, is very true. Like, I actually don't think, like, most people need to know the day-to-day drama of politics. It's not, I don't think it's beneficial. I don't think it helps. But I think knowing baseline, where you stand on big issues is important.
Sure.
And if you don't know, that's okay. Start asking yourself about, like, how do I feel about the fact that, I don't know, the top 0.01% owns almost half of the
Exactly.
wealth in this country. Like, does that
Exactly.
sound fair to you? Maybe not. But I do think on like the big issues, you don't have to know the specifics of it. Like, we're not historians. Like,
Right.
there's a war starting in Iran, and I don't know shit about that country. Sorry, like I'm a domestic political communicator.
Right.
But there are a lot of people who are experts that I'm going to listen to and try to learn from.
Right.
So you don't have to know everything, but remain curious. Remain curious.
Yeah, I mean, I have a friend here that has run for political office and has held office,
Oh.
named Maybe a Girl, and maybe talks about local politics and says, we all want to be aware of everything that's going on in the world, but you're holding other people accountable on Instagram and this place by going, oh, well, you didn't share enough of this and you didn't put enough of this in your bio. And it's like, did you vote in a local election? Like, do you even care about the things that are happening across the street from your home? But you want to know what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And I will, again, freely admit, I'm so ignorant when it comes to a lot of different things. But I also, over the past couple of years, certainly the Trump presidencies, have realized that like there are people that I cannot have conversations with because they won't be conversations. There'll be them preaching to me what their understanding and their love for that presidency is and that administration. And then I will tell them, well, these are the reasons why it's damaging. These are the reasons why it's a problem. These are the reasons why you are being fooled into believing something. And so they will be committed to not understanding.
Mm-hmm.
But then there are people that go, let me hear what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And I am not willing to stop talking 100% to everyone in my life because I disagree with them. Now, if I disagree with them fundamentally, and I know, just as you said, they want to be on the wrong side of history, I can't engage with that. I just can't engage with it. But if there are people that I can have a conversation with and go, you do realize you're being duped, and all you have to do is admit that somebody pulled the wool over your eyes. It's okay to say, I too was ignorant, but I don't want to be.
Mm-hmm.
But there are people that are like, don't talk to them. They're this, they're that. I don't know. How are we going to heal? I don't know if we're
fundamentally disagree with people that like don't engage with the other side or don't talk to someone that disagrees with you. I fundamentally disagree with that. I'm actually really happy to hear that from you. That's really important.
It's tough because then at the same time, like I saw this creator say something to the effect of like, just spreading kindness doesn't always fix everything. And when I heard that, I thought, you're making a lot of sense because people just go, well, just be kind to everybody and it'll all work itself out. It's not working itself out.
No is a loving gesture.
Right.
No can be like, think about like if you had a child who's an addict, you're not going to just love them. Like you have to start saying no at some point if you want that child to get better.
Right.
I think we're in the no portion of this country.
We are.
But no is also a conversation starter. It's not the end, it's the beginning of a conversation. I think we are in a deep moment of we need to start saying no. I think a lot of Americans, though, are waking up to the fact that it's just there's something really bad happening here. Unfortunately, it took us to get to a place where we are, but I'm glad that there are people who are on all sides of the political spectrum saying, like, what the hell?
I mean, and I also feel like people, I think, well, people were duped. People wanted to change, and people said, I want somebody real, and this person's being real. And it's like being cruel and disrespectful and obstinate is not being real. That's being an asshole purposefully. And so people go, well, yeah, but I want to cut through the rhetoric. Well, what's the rhetoric? Everyone says the rhetoric. And Donald Trump is such a real, he's not being real. He's actually being super not real by fooling these people into thinking that we are in this, they're in this class war or whatever. And we are over here arguing about, well, my neighbor's culture is this, my neighbor's culture is that. They're getting more than I'm getting. There is absolutely enough pie for everybody. There's always been enough pie.
100%.
The problem is that we're cutting it into 8 pieces when it could be cut into so many more pieces than that. I watch these videos that
No, the problem is there's billionaires who take the whole pie.
Yes.
And they cut a slice. Here you go.
Yes.
There's your portion.
And then they tell them.
Then there's 8 of you. Eat.
Look at your neighbor. They took your piece of pie.
Yeah, and by the way, he's Latino.
Uh-huh.
And isn't that
You know how they
scary?
are.
Isn't that scary?
I think many people just want
You're a populist.
Am I?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's giving populism.
It's giving. Are you giving?
You're giving populism. Class war, baby.
I just really feel like these pieces of pearls of wisdom. People say like, don't build a bigger wall, build a bigger table. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
The pie. Yes. Not everybody needs to gorge on that pie when everybody could be happy with a taste of the pie and you go, oh my God, we all got some. Hey, let's make another one.
Yeah.
And let's all have another taste and let's make another one. And we can keep building and keep doing this together and we can all have some instead of going, there's only one. We're getting all of it and we're going to blame all of you. I think people were there are people that were just happy enough to be able to publicly be racist, homophobic, transphobic, Islamophobic. People just wanted the chance to be able to go up and insult people to their face and go, I can do whatever I want because the president can do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like people who go back to their 10-year reunion and they're like, I'm going to go back and show off who I am. I used to rule the school over here. It's like, that's it? That's what you wanted. That's all you wanted.
Small.
You wanted to stay there. Why?
There's a man who just won a primary in Texas for the U.S. Senate. He's a Democrat. He's running on the fact that we're actually all on the same team. Mm-hmm. Whether you're red, blue, in the middle, we're all on the same team. The difference is like there is a war happening here. It's a class war. Mm-hmm. It's the very top earners in this country versus everyone else. Mm-hmm. And what they want to do is divide us. You're white, you're gay, you're trans, you're Latino, you're an immigrant. Because if we're divided, we're easier to conquer. And that's why I think your point earlier about wanting to talk to everyone if they're willing to have a conversation is important. Because if we're not talking to each other, then we're easier to conquer. But I totally agree with you that we are so much more alike than we are different. And the differences are actually beautiful. I think the differences should be celebrated. It's one of the great things about our country is that we do have differences. And they should be acknowledged. They should be celebrated, but they're not like the thing that makes us terrible.
Right. And, people have one opinion they'll say about a group of people. I have a ton of conservative family members in law enforcement. And especially when things started happening with ICE here in LA and things started like really, really going crazy when tanks were showing up. And and I was thinking to myself, what side of this are you on? You already know what side you're on. You disagree with that. You disagree with that. I know those family members one-on-one love me. I know that they would speak up for me. I know that they would say something for me. The difference is, would they say something for everybody? Or is it just, well, we know they're not going to come for you. Like, we love you. We know they won't come for you. But do they have the balls to step up and stand up and speak for everyone? Because then it questions everything they've ever known. The smokescreen is gone. All of it's gone to go, wow, the system's not broken. The system's not broken at all. It's working exactly the way it was set out to work. It's working exactly as it was supposed to. We were always supposed to be divided. We were always supposed to hate one another. We just didn't realize that now it was like this, but it kept climbing and climbing and climbing. And we got closer to here and they went, oh God, they're getting closer. They're getting closer. Now, fuck all of them.
Mm-hmm.
How frightening.
Is it frightening? I mean, I think it's good that there's a level of awareness happening now.
Mhm.
I don't know that like it's not
Yeah.
left versus right. It's top versus bottom.
I would hope. I
Yeah.
would hope that the people that are voting would think that.
I think people are starting to wake up to that. I hope too, but it seems like they are.
Mm-hmm. I would hope that tomorrow when we wake up that there's not a nuclear war where 80% of us are gone and then in the next 3 days the other 20 dwindle away. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how that's going to work, but
I don't think that's on the table at the moment, nuclear war. But
you don't think so?
no, I mean,
You don't think this nutcase can just do whatever the hell he wants and people will go, yeah, you do what you want. You're real.
you know what's interesting to me? There's always money for war. They're never like, how are we going to pay for it?
Mm-hmm.
But SNAP, they cut that.
There's a problem. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Can we swear?
Yeah, no, truly.
But truly, what the fuck?
Truly. These conversations are bizarre.
Like, I just want healthcare.
Right.
I just want government. And I know it's not even going to be good healthcare because it's going to be run by Chuck Schumer and John Thune and Hakeem Jeffries.
Right.
But you know what? What if the government took care of us? What?
That's a fair question.
What about that? That would be nice.
Yeah. Let's take a break. We are back with Keith Edwards. Now, this is the part of the show that we call Read Me Delta. People send in their letters.
Okay.
They find themselves in quandary. They don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to send a letter in, you can send it to readmedelta@gmail.com. Please feel free to be as honest with these letters that come in because people like honesty. I think that's why people tune into you. They love your honesty.
Yeah, that's what I've been told.
What did you eat for breakfast today?
Yogurt.
Okay, but do you put stuff in it or do you just...
There were berries and granola and stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
What?
Doesn't sound very good.
Why not?
I don't know.
With
I just
honey?
yeah, I mean, I guess it's okay. I wanted you to say you had something like heart attacky, like a sausage McMuffin.
Oh my
with
God,
egg
no!
and a
I
hash
eat
brown.
I eat eggs every morning
Okay.
with sourdough bread.
That for me is elite. I love sourdough bread.
Sourdough is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Does no one understand how good it is?
It's so good.
How is it not the only thing everyone eats?
Do you eat a tomato sandwich?
Not really a tomato enjoyer.
Okay.
Not really like. I don't like it.
This is where
It's
this is where we
slimy.
part.
Really, you don't like tomato?
I love tomato.
You love tomato.
That's what I'm saying. Like we were ready for a date. We were like connecting.
What
You
are
know
you
what I
talking
mean?
about? I think this is going great. We're in the same.
All
We're
right.
like we match.
So you would be fine if
match.
I ate tomatoes in front
Yeah,
of you? Okay.
yeah.
Okay. You hold the space.
I'll hold the space for your tomato.
Right. I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking insane. But what chips are you having with a sandwich?
I don't really eat chips.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Will you have a pickle? Will you have
I hate pickle.
a potato
I
salad?
hate
A macaroni
pickle.
salad?
I hate macaroni salad.
Do you eat anything? You don't eat anything, do you? How about a cup of soup? Would you have a cup of soup with a sandwich?
I don't really eat soup.
Keith, what do you eat? Keith Edwards doesn't eat anything other than yogurt and sourdough bread. He eats no chips, no pickles, no macaroni salad, no carrot raisin salad? No? Something?
Oh, I've had that.
Do you eat at a Taco Bell ever?
I have.
But not normally.
Not normally. I don't
I
really
think-
eat fast
Let me
food.
tell you something
Tell me.
that I love about you. You're clean inside and out. I can tell.
Yeah, baby.
I can tell you are. Head to
100%.
toe.
100%.
I'm serious about this. I think it's really important. I love whatever plane you're on.
Really?
It's right. Yes.
Wait, are you
I'm
like
not,
joking
I'm
with
not
me?
giving you any bullshit.
Okay.
I admire people that do shit like that. I think it's smart. I don't want to live that long. You know what I mean? I try to give my body to the sky all the time.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, please take my eye. Like,
You're
take
a
everything.
cockroach. You're going to be here
But
forever.
you are
Yeah.
living.
I'm trying.
You're alive. You're healthy.
Yeah.
I feel like you smell good.
I do.
I feel like you're not greasy. I feel like you don't break out.
Bidet.
A bidet.
Bidet.
I'm telling you.
Bidet.
Keith Edwards is clean.
Do you meditate?
Mm-mm.
Do you clean your mind?
I don't clean my house. I have somebody else do that.
You should try meditating.
Well, what do you do? Nam-myoho Renge-kyo, Nam-myoho Renge-kyo,
Well,
Nam-myoho-
first off, there's there's all these YouTube videos where you can like have someone walk you through a meditation.
Okay. How
But,
do you walk through it? Walk me through it.
Well, I put on something that I've listened to before. It's 5 minutes. It's not long.
Oh, wait. I thought you were going to say you put on like pumps or something, but you don't do heels.
No, I don't do heels.
Okay.
Should I do that?
What size shoe do you wear out of, I was going to say out of drag, but you're always out of drag.
9.5.
Oh, yeah. You can get pumps anywhere.
Really?
Yeah. You probably see, they say you're supposed to wear 2 sizes larger than you wear in men's to translate to women's. That's not true because I wear 10.5 in men's and an 11 in women's. And I think that's because I like my shoes tight. I probably should wear it a little bit larger, but I don't like that.
Do you have nice feet?
I think I do.
I think I do too.
I think I do.
I think
Yeah.
I think I could have been a foot model.
I don't know that I could have been a foot
I
model,
have a
but
really
I definitely.
nice arch.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have hairy toes?
No.
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 Do you have hair like a hairy body or like moderately or
No.
no?
No.
You're born hairless.
I'm hairless.
Really?
Yeah, I have a little bit of hair here.
Perfect for drag for you. I mean, it doesn't have to be because you could be bearded. You could do whatever you want in drag. You know what I mean? That's the beauty of it.
that's the beauty of it.
But
I would
if
like to do it, but I feel like you have to do it well. Like I don't want to just do it. Like I don't want to put on like a $20 wig. You know what I mean?
well, there's nothing wrong with a lot. Some $20 wigs.
Is that a $20 wig?
I think it probably is.
Really?
But
you know how to style it.
Well, here's the thing: is that you might maybe because you're hairless. And because you want to do it really, really well, you could do a different kind of drag. So you could get drag. We'll get you. We call it slung up. We'll get you slung up in something really simple and cute,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll have you put an ad out there. Like, I'll put an ad out for you, and I'll be like, me and my younger sister are just visiting town. In calls only. We're at the Radisson Airport. And then like you come out and you're like, hi, it's me, Polly.
Polly.
Like, hi, Polly. And like you just answer the door like this. Hi, Polly. How are you? And like you could still
Am I
get that
blonde?
feeling. I actually don't even think you have to wear a wig. I'd love to see just a barrette.
A barrette.
I think so. That way you
Okay.
could give them realness.
Realness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can I use your letter opener?
Here you are.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you use a letter opener at home?
I don't really get letters. I get emails and texts.
Do you get a bill from somewhere?
I'm sure I do, but isn't it all like direct deposit now?
Do you prefer a bank transfer? Do you prefer a Venmo? A PayPal? What do you prefer?
Well, what am I getting? What am I getting?
Well, let's say somebody's
Like-
going to send you $2,500 for something.
I would like an ACH payment on that.
I get it.
But if it's like splitting a meal, just do a Venmo, right?
See, I feel like if I had to line them up, I feel like PayPal is to Facebook.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Venmo is to Instagram. Apple Pay is to TikTok.
Yes, you're right.
I feel like generationally,
you're right.
It's what people do. and
That's
what they're
very
used to.
profound.
Does that make sense?
That's profound. Yes, you're right.
I like that. See, what I want to do is have my face hanging on a banner outside of Sizzler. I think that would be a good place for me to be.
Sizzler is a strip joint. No.
Yes, Sizzler is a strip joint. Because when I go to the Sizzler buffet, I get so hot and bothered I like to take my clothes off.
Why did I? It's not okay.
All right, so let's see. Would you read this letter for us?
Yes, I will.
I would love that. Thank you,
Okay.
friend.
Dear Delta, when are you running for president?
Mm.
Because at this point, we need you to personally save the United States of America. Speaking of leadership, which former president do you think would have looked the best in drag? You cannot tell me some of our founding fathers weren't already halfway there with those powdered wigs.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we will ever see a president rocking a flawless lace front in our lifetime? Sending love, Cameron from DC.
Oh, that's a good question. Who would look good in drag? I mean, I think really they all will surprise you because you'll look at somebody out of drag and then you'll see them in drag. And many times the transformation is so extreme because of the amount that they'll put on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, it could be somebody as maybe unusual looking as an Andrew Jackson. And imagine Andrew Jackson in sort of like a short white bob, but it's spiky, right? It's spiky all over the place. A really big brow. And then the eyes are sort of snatched up like this. And then this is like kind of droopy, right? But if you face tape it all up, if you pull Andrew Jackson all the way up like this, and then you do sort of a high collar that's very cut out with a breastplate. Could you see it?
I could see it. I
Maybe
feel
like
like this
the-
is what AI would be good for
Mm-hmm.
because we could actually recreate.
Right.
I'm gonna go home and create that.
Let me ask you, this is a for real political question. And I
Yeah.
feel like I'm not embarrassed to ask you this,
No,
but I
ask
might
me.
be embarrassed to ask other people. When I was in school, I remember there was a free lunch program, right? So the way it worked was there was like full price for lunch, and then there was reduced price for lunch, and then there was free lunch. And I don't remember what all those prices specifically were, but I feel like that lunch program and those like different price points separates kids into going, this is how much your family has, this is much your family has, right? So they already have that in their brain. And then I also feel like if you're requiring someone to be in school for a dedicated amount of time throughout the day, or else their parents get in trouble,
Yeah.
shouldn't they all be served the same amount to eat at no cost?
We have enough money.
Don't we have enough money?
We have enough money. There are some schools that actually do that as a way to mitigate kids who can't afford lunch.
Right.
Because of course kids can bring their own lunch, but
Right.
they also have free school lunch.
I mean, we know there's kids that
Yeah.
maybe that is the only meal that
I
day.
literally there were some times where I had to like borrow money
Sure.
from my friends to eat lunch.
Sure.
That's like not okay.
Right.
So yeah, but you're right. I think that is that is definitely a thing that happens. It separates kids into classes. But there are programs in more blue
Mhm.
areas that try to mitigate that by making lunch free for everyone.
It seems so weird to force someone to come to school, stay in that space, but then require them to purchase the food that's there or not eat
Provided by the
anything.
government, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That seems weird. It seems like that would be
It's like an easy like how much could it cost?
just fix that. Just fix it.
How much could it cost? It couldn't
Right.
be that much.
Right.
Just make it free.
And I don't even know what school. I will say I sometimes see people on TikTok that are like, "Hey, I'm a school teacher and I'm working on this project today. I did not bring my lunch, so I went in and I bought lunch. I have this, this, and this, and it was $6 or whatever. Teachers pay the regular price." And I'm thinking, so wait, are students paying dollars of money for lunch?
Yes.
Like many dollars, like
Yeah.
several dollars.
Yes.
That seems very expensive for a family to have to do. And I get it. Like people always say, it's cheaper to eat at home. I could argue that. But I just feel like it's weird to force somebody to go to school for all those years, or their parents get arrested or fined or whatever, but then not helping them out.
No, help them out.
Help them out.
Yeah,
Help them out.
help them out.
Thank you for doing this.
Thank you for having
This
me.
is so fun.
This was very fun.
I
Thank
love
you.
it. Thank
Thanks.
you.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week. And until then, keep things very Delta. Very Delta is produced by Moguls of Media, aka Mom. Hosted by Delta Work. Produced and edited by Doug Robertson. Technical direction by Danielle Mitchell. With original theme music by Will Pitts. Media and design support by Stone Cold. And set design by Eris Sevilla. Executive produced by Alaska, Willem, Big Dipper, Camille Stennis, and Joe Cilio. Recorded at Forever Dog Productions. Today on Very Delta, we learned that some people don't eat chips.
Mom!
Watch Very Delta uncensored, ad-free, and a day early by subscribing to Mom Plus Gold. Sign up today at mompodcast.plus for premium content, including weekly episodes of more Very Delta.